All right, good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and get this started. How's everybody doing? Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button as you come on in. Again, I'm not for sure how long I'm going to be live. I'm still battling my headache today. Just ate some food and took some headache medicine, so hopefully that helps out. But hold on. I reached out to Freddie. I'm live right now for a bit. If you get a chance, we could do the Discord thing again. Okay. Sorry about that. So we currently have quite a few tornado warnings ongoing over here in southern Florida, south central Florida. We've got a few tornado warnings near Cape Coral, Fort Myers. There has been a couple PDS tornado warnings today, and you might hear that siren thing. That is new tornado warnings getting issued. You can see that flashing there near Fort Myers as Category 4 Hurricane Milton is starting to come some of these outer bands onto shore. Okay. He said he can probably do it around 1-ish. Freddie, that is. Did talk with Noah. We are still good to use his stream later today for the actual landfall stream. But yeah, we've got kind of an outbreak of tornado warnings ongoing across Florida. There has been some pretty significant tornadoes. I saw some pictures and video from traffic cam earlier down kind of in this area. Pretty significant wedge that was occurring earlier today. I know just a little bit ago too, before when I was getting this live prepared, there was a PDS tornado warning, particularly dangerous tornado warning. I think that has been allowed to expire now. I don't think the particularly dangerous situation tornado is ongoing, but yeah, we've got these outer bands coming ashore from Hurricane Milton, which is the center. Not all of these center is showing up on radar over here, but it's starting to get in view of the radar. But yeah, we've got kind of a regional outbreak. The Cape Coral area, Fort Myers. Some of these areas are kind of not very populated, which is good. Not many things around from what I'm aware of, but do have some tornado warnings obviously going up over here towards Port St. Lucie, kind of moving that direction. General direction of these is kind of gonna be north. Hey Pixel, how's it going? What's up, Dylan? Hey Brittany. Hello everybody else. But yeah, we can switch over to velocity, see if we can see any of these, any of the rotation. So you can definitely see the rotation on this one, where kind of those blues, whites, whatever color you want to say that is, meets the green right there. So that's a pretty good rotation ongoing there to the east of southeast of Lake Placid. Radar indicated. So this one is observed. I would expect this warning right here to get upgraded to observed as well. But this tornado is observed. It is on the ground. If any of the mods can find any traffic cams in the area, I would be more than happy to show that. And also, one second, I need to refresh the one traffic cam that I have. So give me just a second. We've actually got 2 traffic cams. I just need to. They keep not working properly. But we do have some traffic cams pulled up from Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, I think is what it is, in the area. Ugh. These cameras would not keep playing for me. That would be great, instead of sitting here freezing. Sorry about that, everybody. See, that one's there. All right, here we go. So yeah, I'm not for sure how populated some of these areas are where these tornado warnings are going through. Definitely down towards Fort Myers and Cape Coral, probably more populated. This kind of area over here for this one, which that is some pretty pretty strong rotation showing up on that one right there in that tornado warning where that little spot of red is. So let's see, is that one? That one's only radar indicated, but I would definitely. Oh, and now it doesn't look as strong as we got the latest radar scan, but definitely something on the ground probably in there. That one's. Both of these are looking pretty significant, although this one's looking like the rotation's kind of weakening some. Let's check over here near Cape Coral and Fort Myers. Probably have to switch. Yeah, it's just hard to see any rotation on there. It's going to be kind of difficult at times just because you got the hurricane and coming ashore and rain bands and crazy outer band winds. So some of these, some of the rotation might be a little bit more difficult to pick up on radar. Well, let me switch back to reflectivity again, and we'll kind of give an update on now Category 4 Hurricane Milton, so not as strong as last night. Yeah, that's kind of what I was noticing is it's kind of a lack of cameras there. I think it's just the area that it's kind of in. But once again, you can start to see some of the eye of Hurricane Milton, and right now it is Category 4. It is now forecast to make landfall as a Category 4, wind speeds about 130 miles per hour with max gust of 160 miles per hour. And we've got a new tornado warning popping up here for Lake Placid, Placid Lakes. This one is radar indicated. What is, oops, that's refresh. I know there's a Control Shift V. What are the hotkeys again? Whatever. I know there's some, I have hotkeys set up for switching easier, but I can't remember where they are. But let's go ahead and go over here to National Hurricane Center. Latest update was about an hour ago. Pressure, sorry, excuse me, my allergies. Minimum pressure down is 919 millibars, so it's not as strong as what it was last night, yesterday. Max sustained winds of 155 miles per hour. So winds have kind of gone down 5 more miles per hour since last night, but forecast to once again be a Category 4 upon landfall, and then very quickly weaken and basically be a Category 1 as it crosses all of Florida pretty much down here. Let's see, that track too. It's kind of shifted a little bit north, more towards just to the north of Sarasota. Last night it was kind of right near Sarasota. Shifted just a little bit north. So definitely anywhere Northport or Northport, Port Charlotte, Grove City, Inglewood, Cape Coral, of course, Fort Myers Beach. Fort Myers, I think those areas are going to get hammered with storm surge and some of those winds. Once again, please feel free to ask any questions if you have any. I'll try my best to answer them. Once again, I'm not exactly sure how long I'm going to be live. I'm trying to get rid of my headache still. It's very, very annoying. I'm hoping once this food kind of kicks in and whatnot. But yeah, our timing's going to be also the timing for landfall. Still about 1 to 2 a.m. Tomorrow morning, technically. Very late tonight. I mean, once again, these outer bands are already coming ashore, so they're already feeling effects in parts of Florida, especially with all the tornado warnings ongoing. But yeah, we've got major outer bands coming through, even going up through Tampa right now. As you can see on that traffic cam below me, below me, that's near Tampa. See the camera's kind of shaking. I'm not sure how high up that camera is, but obviously it's a little bit windy there, so the camera is kind of rocking. And then we've also got that camera below that camera that is sitting on a bridge too, so you can kind of see that water. And also there is a buoy out here. Occasionally the image will be all right. Right now it's kind of dark, but wave heights right now is showing 11.15 feet. And there's some more information on that. You can check out these buoy informations, and also Radar Omega also has some surge cameras and whatnot set up. You can download Radar Omega, but you also have to be just note you have to be subscribed to one of the tiers to be able to have these cameras and whatnot. But highly suggest it. It's really freaking cool being able to see these surge cameras and whatnot inside of Radar Omega that they are setting up. So that one is this tornado warning for near Cape Coral, Fort Myers is observed. That one is radar indicated. Let's see if we can read the information on that. Confirmed tornado was located near Punta Gorda, moving north at 35 miles per hour, damaging tornado media or broadcast media confirmed tornado. So yeah, some of these tornadoes are going to be moving pretty quickly. That's typically what happens with these outer bands. They move pretty quickly. Got another alert going off. Where's that one at? Over here now again, near Indian Town. New tornado warning issued. This one is observed as well. So let's see. We've got some of these are kind of just duplicate tornado warnings, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tornado warnings ongoing. Pretty crazy. I'm scared. Don't be scared. Be prepared. And it always gets kind of tricky with tornado warnings and tropical systems, because typically, you do want to be in the basement or lowest room possible, away from windows and all that. But also, maybe not so much now since there's not really flooding and surge yet. But sometimes it can be kind of difficult because then you have storm surge and flooding, and then you don't want to be in the basement for that. So, yeah. But that one's observed. That one's radar indicated. Radar indicated. Radar indicated, observed, radar indicated, observed. So we do have a few observed ones. So there is tornadoes currently on the ground in Florida, near Clewiston, Moorhaven, north of there, Lake Placid, Placid Lakes. Head north towards Sebring, Prairie Ridge, Avon Park eventually probably, and then over here near Port St. Lucie, north of Indiantown. You can kind of see which direction they're kind of moving. So yeah, north, basically. You can kind of see at times as they have kind of classic hook echoes on them, which is pretty crazy with these tropical storms. And then here is this view of True Color satellite. Hurricane Milton, it's kind of lost the eye. It's been trying to do like an eye wall replacement cycle to kind of replace that eye with a bigger eye. But I know last night as we were kind of wrapping up that stream, you could really see that eye wall in there. And it was very, very protected. It was looking very classic, but today that eye is kind of closed off. It's still very much struggling. And let me switch to the satellite on Radar Omega here so we can get a look on Radar Omega. As you can see on this satellite view too, you can't really see that eye. If we take it back, let's go 50 frames. I think if we take it back 50 frames, that should be far back enough to kind of see the progression of this. So yeah, you can see the eye there. It's been struggling. That eye hasn't opened back up. Hello, Barry. I was on vacation, couldn't make it down in time. I don't feel like I have to justify myself why I'm not chasing this, but I was on vacation, did not have enough time to make it down, nor the funding. But I appreciate you being here. Trying to still do things for my channel, my brand and whatnot when I can't be out chasing. Unfortunately, I would love to be down there, but just didn't work out. For anybody that wants to kind of hate, you can just simply not watch. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, you ain't got to say anything nice at all. But yeah, still a major hurricane category 4. Forecast to be a category 4 at landfall, which I agree with the National Hurricane Center on that. Think it'll be a low Cat 4. Last night I was kind of thinking it might push mid Cat 4, which is kind of how it was looking last night and everything. But due to kind of the struggling today, probably getting some dry air and some of that shear is impacting it. Since that eye wall is not really visible now, I don't think it will get back up to a Cat 5. I just don't think it has enough time before it hits land to achieve that Cat 5 status again, which is good. However, the storm is kind of expanding a little bit. As if we go back over to radar, you can really see how wide the storm is. Well, kind of. Once it gets closer to the radar, you'll be able to see it better. So one of these tornado warnings for the west side of Cape Coral has expired. Some of these tornado warnings have expired. Now we're down to 4. It's still storm chasing related, so if you ain't got anything nice to say, don't say it at all, and you might as well just get the hell out of this stream. Why am I not finding it? I am not finding it. NIC Gores, Florida. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Hey, Baked Potato, how's it going? Hey, Catherine, how's it going? Bacon. It's going to be very interesting watching radar today, even after I'm done streaming, whenever that may be. I'll be watching radar and whatnot very closely, kind of preparing for the stream later this evening, later afternoon. Also watching kind of where that eye goes, how close it's going to be to that official path from the National Hurricane Center. There's still the possibility that that path could go more north or could go more south. Yeah, I don't understand why people just can't shut their freaking mouth if they ain't got anything nice to say. It's just a bunch of BS. Seems like nobody would care if I did go down, because it didn't seem like many people cared when I chased a few other hurricanes this year, but that's about all I'm going to say on it. If you guys want to, if those negative people want to see me down for storms and hurricanes so bad, I don't see them sending donations or anything to help get me down there if they want to see the coverage so bad. At least I'm still trying my best right now to help keep people informed and keep people aware of what's going on without spreading a bunch of hype and fear and panic. Still trying to do my best, even if I'm not out chasing. So they did adjust some of this peak storm surge map as well. Looks like Tampa Bay has been lowered to 8 to 12 feet, which is good, but still that's going to be some catastrophic storm surge even at 8 to 12 feet. But at least it's not in the 10 to 15 feet range. However, that's still not out of the realm of possibility. Once again, please ask questions if you have any for any areas and everything. I would love to answer them, let you know what my thoughts are for certain areas and certain places. But current track and look on radar and everything, I definitely think Sarasota onward down to Cape Coral and Fort Myers, I think those areas are going to get slammed pretty hard. I think the storm surge is going to be pretty significant in this area that I kind of have highlighted here. Where's your friend at, Catherine? I hope they stay safe. Let me go ahead and pull up. Let me try to pull up one of these traffic cams full screen if I can do this, maybe. So there's a look at one traffic cam that's kind of sitting on a bridge. As you can see, the water and stuff. Water hitting the camera. Looks a little bit windy, but not bad. Let me see if I can pull up the top one. Okay, so there's a look at the top one. Melanie, how far out does the storm surge go from the coast? Like right now? A little confused on exactly what you're trying to ask, but my brain is not working most of the time. How far inland? Wish we had a camera right out there near the eye. Let me try to figure that out. Let me see if there's I know there's a interactive thing from the National Hurricane Center for the storm surge. Yeah, witnessing so there is this interactive thing from the National Hurricane Center. It kind of tells you, I mean, this is potential storm surge flooding. Yeah, would probably have to do a little bit more research on your question, Melanie. It really just depends on like how high above sea level you are and all that stuff, of how far inland it could reach. Somewhere between Tampa and Orlando, I believe. I'm not super familiar with Florida's geography and topography. But yeah, that kind of sucks that your friend could not evacuate. Hopefully they remain safe and everything. Somewhere between Tampa and Orlando. I mean, at least they should hopefully be pretty far inland if they're somewhere in between there, which is good. Hey J-Bob, what are you doing to help keep people informed and help keep people safe? What are you doing? What are all you other haters doing? Don't see you guys doing anything to try and help out. Give people reliable, accurate information. Ravens, which way do hurricanes rotate? That way, they rotate around that way. If that drawing makes sense. So whatever, I think that would be counter. Is that counterclockwise? I get them confused sometimes. But yeah, it depends on the hemisphere, because tsunamis over towards Japan and whatnot, I think they go the other way, of course, because it's the hemisphere and all that scientific stuff. Yeah, that eye is still struggling to kind of clear out, which is good. It's good for these areas over here. Hopefully it weakens a little bit more before landfall. But once again, that storm surge is still going to be devastating no matter what category it is. Been trying to reiterate that since yesterday. I think people just focus way too much on the categories. They're inland, about 2.5 hour drive from Orlando. Well, they should hopefully be far enough inland that hopefully it's not that bad. I mean, they're still going to deal with rainfall and probably some flooding, especially if I mean, the ground's already going to get kind of saturated from all these outer bands going through the rest of today through the event of this hurricane. But yeah, let's go ahead and check up on the rotation again on these storms. So some rotation showing up near Fort Myers, although it doesn't look super tight rotation like anything would be on the ground right at the moment. It's still just radar indicated for that one. This one is still radar indicated. That one's radar indicated, but this one is looking pretty tight and significant rotation right there. We could probably check correlation coefficient, see if there's any debris showing up. So not really seeing a whole lot. There could be some debris fallout on that, but that's not looking anything too suspicious. But yeah, trees, saturated soil already, and the wind, that's just going to be a very bad combo as we go through the rest of today into the overnight hours. Once again, landfall is predicted around 1 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I believe. 1 to 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Is it a twin system? What do you mean by that, Ravens? There's not two hurricanes, if that's what you're asking. But right now we have 4 tornado warnings. Looks like only one of them is observed. Oh, like twin tornadoes? Is that what you're asking, Ravens? I don't believe there's any twin tornadoes ongoing right now. Yeah, no twin tornadoes ongoing right now. These are kind of two different storms. They're kind of all in one though, but definitely different spots where that rotation was showing up. It's again, keep the questions coming if you have any. I'm more than happy to answer. Appreciate everybody being here. Stupid cameras froze again. I did not see that satellite tornado earlier, apparently. Let me try getting these cameras back up. Oops. I chose the wrong camera for there. That was supposed to be the bottom one. Or the, yeah, the bottom one. Let's see here. This camera, I think, unless if I totally just got them all. Nope. Alright, sweet. So again, I will be live later today, this afternoon. Right now I have the stream scheduled for 4 p.m., but that could change with that landfall going to be so late. But I'll be joined by my good storm chasing friends, Freddie Bryant and Noah Juno, so they can provide their live feed so we can have a view of what's going on the ground besides webcams, and hopefully be able to talk with them and stuff. Since I was not able to make it down for this hurricane, would love to be down there, but vacation kind of got in the way of that, and funding, and hopefully more of these tornado warnings expire here soon. It looks like for the meantime the outer bands in this area are going to letten up just a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if some of these do eventually go tornadic, but they're not looking all that impressive right now. They're kind of dying out some. Let me pull up something from the Storm Prediction Center. And then there's a look at that camera again. Because for today, we've got an enhanced risk of storms, and then that we've got a 10% hatched area for some strong tornadoes in that area, which is pretty crazy. 10% hatched. It's pretty significant tornado risk, especially for tropical systems and hurricanes. All right, thanks for being here, Grifter. We'll see you later. And then tomorrow's tornado risk, there's just a marginal risk, but there's 2% tornado, so tomorrow's tornado risk isn't as strong. Hey, look at me, I'm a troll. I think I'm so cool. Alright, here's a look at the rainfall potential. About 12 to 16 inches near the Tampa Bay region. This is days 1 through 2. And then we can look at the arrival time of the once again, this is for the tropical storm force winds, not the actual hurricane force winds. But as you can see, Wednesday 2 p.m., which they're already getting the tropical storm force winds and everything, because there's already outer bands going through. But right now we're down to 2 observed tornado warnings. So we've got the observed tornado warning near Fort Myers going north. We can check out rotation on that. So I believe it would be this area of rotation there. For a confirmed tornado. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Pamala Park or near Fort Myers, moving north at 25 miles per hour. And then the other observed tornado warning is over here near Port St. Lucie. If the radar will load, come on, there we go. So area of rotation there. Observed tornado warning for this one. Confirmed tornado was located near J and S Fish Camp, moving north at 25 miles per hour. And then would not be surprised if this one gets upgraded to an observed tornado warning at some point, because that's some pretty strong rotation there. That's a pretty strong velocity couplet, even on that new scan. It's pretty strong right there. I bet something is on the ground. Not really seeing anything too convincing for correlation coefficient for any debris getting lofted as of right now. But there is other warnings. There's storm surge warnings. There's hurricane warnings. The storm surge warning. Sarasota area. Peak wind forecast 95 to 115 mile per hour wind gust, or 95 to 115 mile per hour with wind gust up to 125 in that storm surge warning. Potential for 11 to 15 feet for above ground, somewhere within the wind surge prone areas. Yeah, this is much earlier than 5 p.m. right now. I figured I'd go live with all these tornado warnings, kind of give some coverage and information on Hurricane Milton, Category 4. It lost the hurricane, or Category 5 strength. I'll still be live later today, providing coverage and working with a couple Storm Chases buddies of mine. Right now the stream is scheduled for 4 p.m. Central, but it'll probably be it might be around that time. I'll probably wrap this one up here shortly so I can try to get some more rest, because I'm still battling a headache, and these tornado warning, there's only 2. The tornado warnings as of right now have kind of gone down. Hopefully these will be allowed to expire here after a bit. But there was quite a bit of tornado warnings earlier. But feel free to ask any other questions that you guys may have. I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, once again, it's currently a Category 4. Let me pull up satellite again. Actually, I'll just go look at satellite here. So it's lost its eye. It's still kind of struggling to regain the actual eye. And then we can look on true color as well. Actually, is that even the right one? No, that was not even the right one. My bad. Now this is the right one. We do have a new tornado warning that is issued for Marco Island east of Naples, radar indicated, as more of these outer bands are coming onto shore. So there could be multiple areas of rotation in this one. Right now, I think that would be it, because I'm not really seeing anything down towards Naples. This is going to continue throughout much of the day as more outer bands come on to shore. Lowrider? Lowrider? New tornado warning issued. This one is observed. They're continuing the observed tornado warning over here near Port St. Lucie to the west of there. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce that town. So I know I'm going to butcher it so bad. So any traffic cams in this area, guys? Mods, team, that we could try to get a look at this thing? I don't know if there is. I know there's over here towards Port St. Lucie. Where's that one going off? Okay, near north of Fort Myers. Another tornado warning. Observed tornado warning. So this rotation over here for north of Fort Myers, near Slater continues. Let me see if that one will work. Content is on our partners. Yeah, there's too many clicks and stuff to try to find the camera from that one, or cameras from that one. Be nice if we could get some traffic cams. I know some of these areas that these, like over in this area, there's just not a whole lot, but now they're moving to the north. So I wouldn't be surprised if later this afternoon, up towards this area, there's some tornado warnings that pop up, even towards Palm Bay or Cape Carnival. So I'm sure those outer bands will continue to wrap around and head up that way. As I said earlier that there was like down to 4 tornado warnings, now we're down to 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 tornado warnings again. That one's radar indicated. That one's radar indicated. That one's confirmed. Or observed. So we're down to 3 that are observed with a tornado still ongoing. This one over to the west of Port St. Lucie. That Highway 70 heading up that way. If there's anybody that lives over that way, we got these radar indicated right now. Tornado warnings over near Lake Placid. Going up towards Prairie Ridge. That's pretty decent looking rotation right there. And then over here near Fort Myers, to the north of Fort Myers, that rotation looks like it's getting stronger right there. Just to the west of Babcock Ranch, and Huron's Glen Golf and Country Club. Headed up towards Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte. Probably gonna go just to the east of there. But here's a better look, or full look of Hurricane Milton on radar. You can see that eye is starting to get more into the radar's view. It's really right on that National Hurricane Track. Another tornado warning. Another one. So that tornado warning is getting extended north and to the east of Avon Park, Sebring. Let's see, do we have... Oh yes, show video. They make it kind of difficult to see the videos. Another one. If we can get this traffic cam video to load. Maybe. Today. I keep forgetting you gotta click on the show video, not click on the actual thing itself.
In that area that it has the tornadoes and the crazy rain, they're having a really hard time loading, and I'm guessing it's because of the storm itself.
Alright, thank you. Yep, probably so. Well, that's unfortunate. That's the last view that camera got 2 minutes ago. So it looks very, very windy and rainy there. That is near... Looks like Sarasota. It says Sarasota at the top there for me. Man, we're just popping off with tornado warnings now. Now towards Avon Park, Sebring, north of Lake Placid. That one's going to be radar indicated. All the tornado warnings for this area near Placid Lakes are radar indicated for the moment, which is good. This tornado warning over here to the west of Port St. Lucie is still observed. Confirmed tornado was located near Four Seasons Estates or near Treasure Island, moving north at 30 miles per hour. And then let's go check on this one near Fort Myers. That one's still observed. Let's check out the velocity. Yeah, velocity is still getting, the rotation's still getting a lot stronger on that one. Trying to get this video to load still. No, you don't sound stupid. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you go like the stream for the landfall coverage later today. That video is, or that live stream is scheduled. Let me share a link to that so you guys can go turn on the notification bell for that. As of right now, that's scheduled for 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time, but that might get pushed back. Yeah, still struggling to get that traffic cam to load. But that rotation looks pretty significant. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. Just to the west of Tucker's Corner. And to the east of Tropical Gulf Acres and south Punta Gorda Heights. So hopefully that's kind of a sparsely populated area right there. Maybe. It's hard to tell for sure. But that rotation looks like it's definitely picking up. Appreciate everybody tuning in for this stream today. Once again, if you have any questions for any of these areas, be more than happy to try my best to answer those. Help keep people informed if there's still people down there that didn't get the chance to evacuate. I'm sure in many areas that is the case. But hopefully near Tampa, Sarasota, hopefully even down towards Fort Myers. But it's a little bit difficult because it's hard to know. I mean, we have a general idea a few days out in advance of where that eye may go, to where some areas might feel the brunt impacts, the worst impacts. But that eye, the path gets changed so much as it kind of wobbles and comes closer to shore. Favorite storm chasing song? I don't really listen to a whole lot of like storm chasing related songs, honestly. There's definitely some bangers off the Twister soundtrack. This rotation over here too, to the east, or east of Sebring, southeast of Avon Park, that one looks pretty tight too. Pretty significant rotation there. But if I put this radar in motion, you can kind of see how quickly that moves. Like, it was down here at one point, and just a few scans later, it's up here. So these things are moving pretty quickly, generally about 25 to 35 miles per hour. That one's moving north at 30 miles per hour. This one's still observed on the ground over here. And this one, I'm surprised that one's not observed either, but maybe there's just not anybody in that area that's actually observing it. But it's crazy to watch how fast that rotation moves. It moves up. Hey Jared, how's it going? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. And then this one over here is still observed to the north of Fort Myers, just east of I-75. Be real nice if we could get, or if there was traffic cams in that area, and I don't really have time myself to look too much. I can definitely try my best to try to find some. Let's see, Punta Gorda, just so we can try to get a look at what's going on. Fort Myers. All right. So I go. Yeah, we need to go north of there. Cape Coral. All right. Let's see here. If we can get a view of anything. 1 second while I try to find some cameras. Except for these cameras look like they're, some of these are struggling to load. Yeah, we just might be out of luck, maybe. I think we're gonna be out of luck. I've tried like 4 and none of them are loading. Dang. Yeah, none of these, God, I've clicked on so many, none of these are wanting to load. And try up further into the north. Dang it. Come on, traffic cams. You can do it. You can do it. Nope, it's not wanting to do it. Yep, a lot of them unfortunately go out. Yeah, I've tried taking a look at like 10. You can see how fast this the rotation's moving on this too. How quick that storm is moving. Looks like it's lost some of the rotation. As and that expires, goes until 1:15. Oh, so just a few minutes more. I forgot I was in Central Daylight Time. But at that would be 11:51. So just as a few minutes ago, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Babcock Webb, WMA, or 12 miles north of Fort Myers, moving at 25 miles per hour. This one is a PDS tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation. Thought I might have to check out my colors for the PDS ones. So right now it should pop out more than the normal ones. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tornado warnings ongoing. That one's observed. So two out of the 7 are observed tornadoes, with tornadoes on the ground currently. Rotation's still looking pretty good for these ones. Not looking too bad. Looks like it is weakening though over here to the east of Sebring and Avon Park, Florida. So that's good news. Still trying to see if I can get any cameras to load for you guys. Port Charlotte. A Virginia number is calling me and I'm not gonna answer. It's probably spam. Yeah, none of these traffic cams are wanting to load. Alright, Freddie sent me a video. Let me see if I can pull that up real fast. Oops. Freddie sent me a video, so we'll see. And we also have an update from my buddy Noah too, so let me get that pulled up as well.
Behind me. Hey guys.
Alright, so we got update from my buddy Noah. You can go follow his Facebook page. His mods can leave a link to that. Oops. Not what I want to do. Alright.
Guys, NC Storm Chaser here. We are in Sarasota, Florida right now. We are just over at Sarasota Bayfront right now. You can see all the boats tied up behind me here. We don't have any surge coming up yet. In fact, I can see the water line sticking up above the water on these pilings on the docks over here. So I can see barnacles above the water, and that's because we have this offshore flow right now. So right now the winds are pushing offshore, and they're pushing the water out. But as this storm keeps moving north, these winds are going to shift, and we're going to start getting winds pushing water in. I'm hanging out here in Sarasota for a while. I was hoping to get over to Lebo Key and check out that parking garage over there. Unfortunately, they have that all closed off. Can't get over to Lebo Key right now. But these last-minute wobbles in the eye are what I'm going to be watching for. That's going to really determine where it gets the worst surge out of this thing. A little to the north, a little to the south, that makes a very big difference. So I'm going to wait here in Sarasota and see where these last-minute wobbles take it, see where I need to adjust to. As you can see, we're already getting some good tropical storm gusts here, maybe 45, 50 miles an hour at max is probably about what I've seen. But there is an ongoing tornado threat right now, too, with these outer bands. We're going to get some fairly strong tornadoes, especially out over the Everglades right now. So if you are getting these tornado warnings, you do need to make sure that you are heeding them. This is, this is just the beginning of this storm. It's about to get a lot worse.
The neighbors have been cutting the grass.
Hey, guys.
So that's an update.
But we're going to edge it up, make it look... Oh, hey.
Hey, who is you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm Sean.
Stop.
Sean.
Stop. Okay. Update from Noah. He's on the ground down there. Wish I could be down there with him. And then we do have... Freddie sent me a video too. Let me pull that up. That is my buddy Noah. And then let me get this video from Freddie pulled up here. He sent me a video of what's going on as well. Why is that not showing up? Oops. Hold on here. What is going on? Okay, so this is a video of from my buddy Freddie, who's down there as well. Wish I could be joining them. Unfortunately, did not work out for me for these two hurricanes. Winds don't look too strong in that. Not yet. I think he's still in the Sarasota area. Actually, let me check on his location. Still have his. He's still sharing his location with me. So yeah, he's still in Sarasota, Florida. Looks like it's playing back through. But yeah, he is still in Sarasota, Florida as well. I think Noah's down. Yeah, Noah said he was down in Sarasota as well. But we still have plenty of tornado warnings ongoing. In Florida, we are mid on Milton. Just got evacuated from Tampa. So yeah, once again, guys, I will be live later today. I'm probably going to go ahead and end this here pretty shortly, just so I can get some rest, try to get this headache to go fully away. So I'm fully prepared for later today, later tonight. Probably going to be a pretty late stream with landfall predicted around 1 to 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Just to the south of Tampa, in between Sarasota and Bradenton, Florida, near Longboat Key. Be kind of interesting. Still got to watch the wobbles and everything from Hurricane Milton, see kind of if that's going to remain on that current track or go further north or go further south. Check. Can definitely do that for you. So you're the northeast of Orlando. You should hopefully be okay from any surge on this coast over here. You look to be a little bit inland. I'm not sure how bad or how far inland you are, but let me go ahead and look at the peak surge map. So you got 3 to 5 feet of storm surge predicted over there. So definitely not as bad as the Tampa Bay area or Fort Myers area. Definitely not all that bad. Hopefully you're pretty far, or hopefully, I don't know how far above sea you are, but I would think you would be pretty all right from the storm surge at least. You're still probably going to get pretty gusty winds, probably 70 miles per hour plus, as it'll be a Hurricane 1. As you can see here, that one, well, basically a Hurricane 1 all the way across Florida. But yeah, you'll probably get some gusty winds, and then you'll probably have rain bands kind of wrapping back around, going that way. So you might get some localized flooding too. Let's see, do we have... Is this one gonna work? Okay, us. Where is that one at? Wait, hold on. I'm terrible at spelling. O-S-C-E-O-L-A. Florida. Okay, so this camera is from this location here, looking kind of towards these rain bands up there. This camera here.
In that area that it has.
Okay, that was earlier. Brittany, your last one was like 1 second that came through. Somebody from Newsmax just...
I was going to tell you that on the map it's kind of down where like that Sebring area is.
Okay, cool. I don't know if they think I'm on the ground or what, but I am not, unfortunately, that Newsmax person. I mean, sure, I can do an interview from home, I guess, but interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, I am not on the ground in Florida. I would love to be. Once again, I am not down there chasing. Typically, I would be, but I was on my vacation and did not have enough time to make it down. But I do have two good buddies down there that will be using their live streams later for the stream later. That way we can have a better idea of what's going on, and hopefully I'll be talking with them throughout the hurricane, getting their updates and whatnot. Love to be down there myself, but fortunately just could not make this one. So I am at home providing live coverage, doing best I can to provide what I know and keep people informed of what's going on. I would like to go down after the fact. I know I mentioned this on yesterday's live stream, but I would like to go down after the fact for disaster relief for Milton and probably for some relief efforts from Helene, because some areas are definitely going to be struggling for a long while from Helene. We do kind of have an uptick in power outages from Florida. Let me pull that up real fast. So last night there was only like about 2,000 out. Now it's up to 23,926 without power across Florida. Which I know this area right here, where that little surge of power outages is, I think they did have a tornado go through near that area. And then down over here, I think that's near where Fort Myers is, Cape Coral area, surge in power outages over there, which would kind of make sense because a lot of the traffic cams in that area aren't really working. And there's still plenty of power outages from Hurricane Helene across North Carolina. This website is saying 76,846 still without power across North Carolina, and Georgia 44,634 without power. So fortunately still lots of power outages, lots of people suffering after Hurricane Helene about 2 weeks ago, and now we have yet another most likely historic hurricane. I mean, it has been historic, but we'll see how historic that is come landfall. Thankfully, have not heard the alarm go off for any more tornado warnings, which is good. We still have, let's see, about 6 tornado warnings. That one's radar indicated. That got downgraded to radar indicated, radar indicated, radar indicated. So only one observed tornado warning right now, and that is for this tornado warning over here. Let's go check on velocity for that again. Hopefully this one starts to weaken, but that is the look at velocity right there. But these other areas, that's still good looking rotation there. Just to the east of Avon Park, still looks like pretty significant rotation in that one. Let me play the video from NOAA again one last time, just for anybody that may have missed that, and then we'll probably wrap this up here shortly, so I can once again get prepared for the hurricane coverage later today, later tonight, later this afternoon. Probably gonna have to go get an energy drink and stuff. All right, let me get this pulled up.
We're in Sarasota, Florida right now. We are just over at Sarasota Bayfront right now. You can see all the boats tied up behind me here. Don't have any surge coming up yet. In fact, I can see the water line sticking up above the water.
So again, this is my good friend Noah. He's down there.
Here.
Mods can leave a link to his Facebook.
Water, and that's because we have this offshore flow right now. So right now the winds are pushing offshore, and they're pushing the water out. But as this storm keeps moving north, these winds are going to shift, and we're going to start getting winds pushing water in. I'm hanging out here in Sarasota for a while. I was hoping to get over to Lebo Key and check out that parking garage over there. Unfortunately, they have that all closed off. Can't get over to Lebo Key right now. But these last-minute wobbles in the eye are what I'm going to be watching for. That's going to really determine where it gets the worst surge out of this thing. A little to the north, a little to the south, that makes a very big difference. So I'm going to wait here in Sarasota and see where these last minute wobbles take it, and see where I need to adjust to. As you can see, we're already getting some good tropical storm gusts here, maybe 45, 50 miles an hour at max is probably about what I've seen. But there is an ongoing tornado threat right now too with these outer bands. You get some fairly strong tornadoes, especially out over the Everglades right now. So if you are getting these tornado warnings, you do need to make sure that you are heeding that this is, this is just the beginning of this storm. It's about to get a lot worse. Hey guys.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, yep, thanks. Sorry. Forgot to unmute my mic again to speak. My bad, thanks. Surprised I've only done that like once at this point. But yeah, we're still at 1 observed tornado warning. It looks like hopefully rotation is weakening a little bit on that one. But there's what it looks like on reflectivity. So we've got 1. That one's still tornado warning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tornado warnings. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Alright guys, well I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but if you do live in these areas down here in Florida, more inland and whatnot, definitely make sure you're staying weather aware today. Have multiple ways to receive warnings because there's going to be plenty of tornado warnings that pop up throughout the day, with these tornado warnings still continuing, even probably up here towards Orlando, Four Corners, Deltona probably eventually, Palm Bay, wouldn't be surprised, Port St. Lucie, West Palm Beach at some point as well. Many areas. We can go ahead and take a look at the Storm Prediction Center tornado risk yet again for today. So there's that 10% hatched area of tornadoes. This is just going to continue throughout the day. I believe there is probably a tornado watch as well. Yeah. Still a tornado watch for many areas across that area. The likelihood of tornadoes is high, as seen right there, forecasted by the Storm Prediction Center. Has been some pretty big tornadoes earlier today, ongoing down in that area. This will go to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which would not be surprised to get another tornado watch issued at some point as Hurricane Milton comes on to shore, gets closer to shore with even more outer bands coming on. But supercells in the outer rain bands of Hurricane Milton will pose a threat for several tornadoes today across central and southern Florida peninsula. And then there is some mesoscale discussions as well, which I'm sure some of these are kind of old. What time did this get posted? 12:13 p.m. So about 10 minutes ago this got posted. Tornado threat to continue through the next few hours. This is for the Sarasota area, Fort Myers area, down towards Naples. A convective band associated with Hurricane Milton continues to track inland across the southwestern Florida peninsula. Ongoing supercells have produced confirmed tornado near Fort Myers. Further cell development continues on the southern flank of this band, tracking northward into a more favorable SRH environment, sampled from the VAD profile at Tampa, Florida. So tornado threat's going to continue throughout the afternoon. That's what that mesoscale discussion was talking about. And then over here for this area near Palm Bay, Port St. Lucie, is a cluster of discrete supercells will pose the greatest risk for tornadoes potentially strong this afternoon. So that's some kind of concerning wording on that little mesoscale discussion. But that was at 10:50 a.m. The tornado watch kind of covers the rest of that information. And we have another tornado warning. This one's getting extended. That was still an observed tornado for this area. And then even up here, approaching, it's still a ways away from Orlando, but if this one continues north, it's going to head up that way for this rotation right there, which is looking pretty good, pretty strong. Later, Ravens, you stay safe as well. And this one is surprisingly only radar indicated still. Surprisingly only radar indicated for this one. That's some pretty good looking rotation. Pretty strong looking rotation right there for that one. And then it's kind of getting hard to see the rotation on this one. I believe it to be in that area, but it's not looking as great. But some weird stuff happened with the radar there to be able to see that rotation better. But yeah, anybody towards Lakeland, Four Corners, even up towards Orlando, would not be surprised yet again to see tornado warnings eventually issued up there, especially if these cells can maintain as they head to the north. So if there's anybody watching that happens to live in those areas, definitely be keeping an eye as we go through the afternoon, and then of course going to get impacted by parts of the actual hurricane later today. I hate to kind of wrap this up as there is still tornado warnings ongoing, but that's just going to continue through the rest of today. Still got my headache that I need to try getting rid of before we go live here in a few hours for the eventual landfall of this. Again, I really wish I was down there. Just didn't work out this time. But I've got two buddies down there that we're going to be coordinating with and providing coverage, keeping you guys updated on what's going on throughout later this afternoon into the evening and tonight. So hope you guys, hope to see you guys there for that stream later this evening. It is scheduled once again. It's set for 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time right now. It might get pushed back a little bit. Just kind of depends on how my head is feeling and kind of what's going on. But just a quick recap on the hurricane itself, not necessarily the tornadoes or anything like that. Hurricane is still a Category 4. Doesn't really have much of an eye at this moment. We'll see if that can kind of redevelop the eye. It's still trying to go through like an eye wall replacement cycle, but it's getting a lot closer to the area. It's still got quite a ways to go though. They always look like they're a lot closer than what they actually are on satellite, that is. But if we switch back over to radar real fast, you can see you can see that northern eye wall. The southern and western eye wall is not really showing up on radar yet. That could be because of some dry air and shear, or that just could be because it's not completely in the radar view. But you can see all those outer bands, even up here north of Tampa, still just getting saturating rains. That will continue throughout the rest of today, even up towards Gainesville. See that those rain bands. Just gonna get some consistent heavy rain bands. We got a raid right as I was about to try ending. Evan raid. What's up, Evan viewers? All right, I guess I'll be live a little bit longer then. Oh gosh, Evan raid. Baby cows. Welcome guys. Hope you guys enjoyed Evan's stream. That's pretty funny. Hello, everybody. What's up, help? How's everybody doing today? Do any of you guys happen to live in the areas being impacted right now? Took a break to eat. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I need to get some food here after a bit too. Hello, Lauren. He sent us here for you to babysit us for an hour until he gets back. Oh, that's great. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for coming over. Thanks, Evan, for raiding. I guess we're staying on, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, guys? Any questions that you guys have that Evan may not have answered? I know Evan does a fantastic job. Hello from Finland. We've got... Where's that? Oh. So now we've got new tornado warning southeast of Indiantown. That is a radar indicated tornado. Evan raid. Is this heading towards Miami? There may eventually... Please be... Evan just texted me, please babysit for an hour, please. Alright, y'all behave. You're being babysitted by me. You better sit down and enjoy your baby cows or something funny like that. And that's hilarious. Thanks, Evan, again for the raid. Thanks all you Evan's viewers for coming over to this one. I'll try my best to keep up with chat now. I know it's going to get pretty busy. We might have to turn on slow mode here in a bit. But everybody behave. Behave yourself. Or don't. No, I'm just kidding. Please behave. Dad dropped us off for an hour. He said there's snacks. Well, sorry. I already ate the rest of my snack. Sea salt and vinegar. Kettle chips. Sorry, I'm out of snacks. But yeah, keep the questions coming. But it is this heading towards Miami. You might get some outer bands later today. There's some kind of coming on shore right now down in that area that may eventually head over towards Miami, but the brunt of the impact is definitely not going to be down in that area, just the outer bands. Thank you so much, Quilting Bear, for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Sharon, wow, have there been documented tornado damages today? There's been tornadoes today. There's definitely been some pretty significant tornadoes, at least like visually. I don't know so much about the damage. I haven't heard so much about that, but it was mainly in like the Everglades region earlier. I know near Clewiston, and then kind of this area, which there's not really a whole lot north of I-75 there. So I don't know. Once again, I haven't seen too much damage and whatnot. I need a babysitter as well. Concern for once again, sorry guys, I'll try my best to keep up with the questions. Yeah, kettle salt and vinegar are the best chips. They're pretty good. What radar site? We are using we're kind of using a combination. We're using Tampa's radar, and then there is a radar over near Cape Carnival, near Melbourne, near Palm Bay. And we got another tornado warning issued. Radar indicated that continues for this little storm as it's going to continue to move north.
I just sent you a camera in that area.
Okay, sweet. Let me get that pulled up. Okay, so we have a camera in this area for this tornado warning. So we can watch this camera for a little bit. Concern for Gainesville. Gainesville is up to the north further. Maybe way later today, tonight, through tomorrow morning. Maybe get some outer bands tornado warnings, but I highly doubt it being that far north, and especially on the western side. Typically, the tornadoes kind of happen on the eastern side. But that could happen depending on where some of these outer bands set up. Like if some outer bands continue kind of going that way, there definitely could be some tornado warnings. So I would definitely just stay alert. I don't think you're in the tornado watch actually, but yeah, just definitely be paying attention because you definitely could get some out at some point. Just stay weather aware. Oh, also, Anne-Marie, thank you for the $9.99. Thanks for babysitting. And thank you, Airy Dreams, for the $10 for the babysitter money. I really appreciate those donations. This is pretty funny. I guess I'm a babysitter now for Evan's viewers. I really appreciate you guys coming over, and I appreciate Evan sending you guys. That was kind of funny how I was about to wrap up, and then yeah, we got an influx of the viewers, and we got to babysit for a little bit now. Do I have a count on confirmed tornadoes? I unfortunately do not have a count. If I had to put a good guess to it, probably at least 5. There's been quite a few. Sorry, I'm trying my best to keep up with questions, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully we have some members of my team here that can help answer questions as well for any that I may miss. But certainly appreciate you guys being here. Davenport, Iowa? Nothing happening there. Cookies and milk. I'm sorry, I don't have any cookies and milk. I guess I'll just wait till Evan goes back live again, and then I'll send you guys back over there, and I'll tell him to babysit you guys. Hopefully he can provide some baby cows. Can you please answer my question on if there's anything to worry about near me? I live in Lay Acres near Sunshine. Let me take a look on that real fast. Sunshine, Florida, I'm assuming? Right? Thought there was a Sunshine, Florida. Lay Acres, or Lay Acres, Florida. Okay, so if you're this spot, definitely need to be paying attention today to those outer bands and whatnot. Hopefully, that looks to be pretty far inland, so hopefully you won't be too bad about surge, but you might get some flooding and definitely some 100 mile per hour plus wind gust later today as the hurricane comes onto shore. But you do have a tornado warning just to your southeast that is moving to the north. You might get some outer bands depending on where they set up that might come up that way. I know a little bit ago there was a tornado warning over near Fort Myers near east of Cape Coral, so definitely be trying to pay attention over there as you might get impacted. Whew. Oh, sorry, I'm trying my best to keep up, guys. Ant is waiting it out in Cape Coral. Yeah, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, probably going to be some significant storm surge and definitely some very damaging winds. Hopefully your ant is kind of inland a little bit and above sea level, because there's 10 to 15 feet of storm surge predicted in that area. Coins, ant lives in Cape Coral and refuses to leave. Yeah, unfortunately, kind of worried for down in that area just due to where the eye wall is gonna, or where the eye was potentially gonna set up. I know over here on radar, the eye is gonna be pretty far north, but you're gonna get that onshore flow over that way. That's gonna bring a bunch of storm surge up towards Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Northport. So it could be pretty significant in that area. Yeah, we're getting a view of looks like some Scuddy type features on that camera there. I apologize if I missed any donations and everything. I really appreciate you guys being here. Really appreciate Evan sending you guys over donations. They certainly help out. Sorry I can't be on the ground actually providing live coverage from this hurricane. Just unfortunately did not work out for me this time. For these last 2 hurricanes, kind of took a vacation at a inconvenient time, but I've had that trip, that fall trip planned for quite some time, and hurricanes, they happen during a way longer period than fall colors and whatnot, so I did not want to miss out on the very short time frame for fall colors. I'm trying to go back up and see if I missed any questions. Trying my best to keep up with them. E-Rev, yes, there's Beavis and Butthead emojis because my best friend and I are Beavis and Butthead. Okay, I'm kind of caught up. Is there a significant tornado risk for Miami and Davenport? Is there a Davenport, Florida? There probably is, actually. Davenport, yeah, okay, there is a Davenport, Florida. My bad. So Davenport, Florida, yeah, there's a tornado risk. There's tornado warnings just to the south that are kind of moving up that way. So these tornado warnings, these outer bands are going to be moving to the north. So yeah, that area definitely needs to be watching these storms to the south. These tornado warnings and tornadoes are moving pretty quickly, generally about 25 to 35 miles per hour. So they're going to pop up pretty quickly and move to the north pretty quickly. So you may not have a whole lot of warning time for these, unfortunately. For Miami, the tornado risk isn't as strong just because you're pretty far to the southeast. But if there's more outer bands that kind of come up that way, there definitely could be some tornado warnings and tornadoes that show up for the Miami area. Thank you for babysitting like 50K of us. Yeah, thank you guys again so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Does Jacksonville area need to be worried about anything besides rain and wind? Jacksonville. Yeah, Jacksonville, you just need to, I mean, not too much to worry about. There might be some minor localized flooding in some spots, especially if some of this rain bands, this more confined rain areas. I can't think of the word right now because there's so much going on. Holy crap. So much going on. But yeah, definitely just some rain for the most part, probably. Maybe not so much the winds as you're pretty far north of the hurricane track. From Bradenton here, staying in our apartment that's second floor. Hopefully you'll be pretty good on the second floor. However, those winds might cause some issues though. Let me pull back up the traffic cam to watch that. Sorry, it kind of automatically switches between things. Jane G, however you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Why do we see so much tornadic activity now? Is it only the outer bands causing them, or is there any other root causes? So with hurricanes, let me go back over here to radar. I wish I could kind of click on radar without it automatically switching sometimes. Sorry, that camera view is gonna be two below me. So let me pull up satellite here. So obviously with hurricanes, actually let me go, let me pull up visible blue. So with hurricanes, obviously there's so much rotation in the whole entire thing. Like you can see all that spin. There's spin that goes down that way. There's rotation and spin that comes up that way. So it's associated with the hurricane. There's also so much shear and other parameters needed for tornadoes and whatnot that locally enhance in some areas. That's kind of what we're seeing with all those tornado warnings in that area as those outer bands. There's so much shear and rotation because, you know, basically it comes down to the whole entire hurricane is sitting there and spinning and rotating because you got the winds of the hurricane 100 mile per hour plus. Well, right now it's about 155 max sustained winds in that. So yeah, the whole entire thing is rotating. So it's not uncommon to get a bunch of tornado warnings with the outer bands of hurricanes. Hurricane Beryl had a bunch of tornado warnings with it. I think it might have even broke some records. So yeah, it's not surprising, to say the least, to get so many tornado warnings in the outer bands of hurricanes. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with words and more scientific things, but I know a lot of it has to do with the shear that's in place. There's just locally enhanced areas of shear and stronger parameters that enhance the tornadoes, basically. Cyberdude, Dunedin, Florida. Thanks for the coverage. You're certainly welcome. Wish I could be on the ground, but I'm trying my best, if from afar, to provide accurate information and keep you guys informed and everything. Need a keeper more than a babysitter. Again, thank you to everybody that sent donations. I'm so sorry if I've missed any. That was a lot all at once, so I'm trying my best to keep up with you guys. I know Evan's probably going to be live later today, but hope to see some of you guys over in my live coverage today as well. I'll be working with two storm chasing buddies of mine that are on the ground in Sarasota. They'll be live streaming on their Facebooks that we're going to be working with, showing their live feed and working with them too. Thank you, Kings. My photographs are amazing. I have a lot of pictures from my vacation photography trip to edit that I haven't had a chance since I'm trying to do the best I can from afar for this hurricane. Excuse me. I have a lot more pictures to edit and add. Amy, since when did YouTube have raids? I thought it was a Twitch thing. Yeah, I think they just got it in the last few months. I know that was specifically a Twitch thing at some point. But hello, everybody. I try to greet everybody by name. Obviously, when there's this many people, it's a little bit more difficult, as we're still getting tornado warnings to pop up. Oh shoot! I keep forgetting that it automatically switches. I'm sorry. I'm trying to show like the live cam, trying to show so much stuff all at once. And you can hear that alarm. That is just more tornado warnings getting issued, and you can see them flashing in white. Will Bradenton be okay with 15-foot storm surge? It really just depends on how high above sea level you are, how far inland exactly. But most likely, unfortunately, no. And I don't like to panic or spread fear or anything and whatnot. But it's not looking good for those areas. I'm really concerned for really anywhere south of Tampa, down towards Fort Myers, Cape Coral. I think they're going to get battered with storm surge. Benjamin, yes, I do storm chase. Typically, I would be out. However, I was on vacation and a photography trip, so I missed Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, unfortunately. How do you donate? Super Chats, memberships, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. I think the mods should have handled all that by now. Appreciate you wanting to donate coins. Whew. I'll eventually get caught back up in chat, guys. Appreciate your patience and hanging out with me. Thank you, Patty, for the Kettle Chip Fund $9.99. I know I didn't get a chance to address that yet. But yeah, my vehicle also, like, even if I wasn't really on vacation, my vehicle needs new brakes and needs some work done to it, my storm chasing vehicle. So I just also didn't have the funds. I need to get that stuff fixed first before I can do hurricanes, basically. And also my storm chasing vehicle is just not in a position, especially with those repairs needing done, to be able to chase such a powerful hurricane. Trust me, I would love to be down there, but I'm once again, I'm doing my best from afar to give updates and do the best that I can from afar. My bad. I knew there was a Davenport, Iowa. Have I ever added a live police scanner to my streams? I have not. I need to earlier. I pulled up a police scanner earlier, but there wasn't really anything going on with it. I hope to have one pulled up later today for the stream later today. Crystal, could you check at my town? Let me try to check on that. Once again, I really appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for being so patient as I try to get caught back up on chat and answer questions and whatnot. So you're pretty far north of the center track of the hurricane. You're probably getting some rains and whatnot right now, but you shouldn't have too much of a tornado threat once again, unless if these things can really make it that far, which is possible. But right now, you just got some steady rainfall. You'll probably have some gusty winds at times, but storm surge and anything like that don't really have to worry about too much. Probably some localized flooding at times as you're getting some pretty consistent rain that's fallen in that region. I wish I was resting from my trip, honestly. I've not really had much time to rest from that. Just got back yesterday and it was go, 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 go. Apologize. We have multiple tornado warnings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've been hanging steady about 8 tornado warnings. See if any of them are observed. So this one over here is still observed, which I believe is what kind of near where the traffic cam we have pulled up is. Thankfully, just 1 out of these 8 is observed at the moment. Thank you, Sky, for the $10 for my next storm chasing adventure. Really appreciate that. Sorry I'm so delayed on thanking people and whatnot. Also, there was somebody that joined membership. I saw the name. Thank you, Aunt Mandy, for the $4.99. Thank you for the coverage. Stay safe. We'll certainly be staying safe in Kansas. Thank you, DJ, for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Janice, for the $1.99. Thank you so much to anybody else that donated as well. Ava, $10 for juice boxes and Doritos to keep the knee biters distracted. I visited so many different states: Colorado, Utah, a little bit of Idaho. Went to Yellowstone. Okay, I might just have to. Okay, I'm sorry if I missed any questions. Just please feel free to ask them again if I did happen to miss any. I'm gonna go way back down, get caught up in the chat and all that. Thank you, Grammy Gas, for the next storm chase. Thank you, really appreciate that. All these donations are really greatly helping out. Trust me. Lay Acres. I did check on that a little bit ago, but I can double check on that. What state is home base? Kansas. Ass, unfortunately. So Lay Acres, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but definitely got to be concerned about the outer bands, as you do have tornado warnings to your north and east and your south and southeast. There was some tornadoes warnings in that area earlier, so you definitely need to be paying attention for that area, as more outer bands are potentially going to come ashore for that area. Hopefully you're above sea level. Hopefully storm surge isn't that big of a deal, but I know near Fort Myers and stuff probably would be, so there's probably going to be some significant flooding in that area as well as very damaging winds. Let me pull up the traffic cam again so you guys can kind of see that. I know not a whole lot, and I'm trying my best to keep up with chats. But please make sure you're smashing that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel for free. Florida man, looking at the visible cloud radar, it is the majority of the nasty, horrible, vicious thunderstorms to the north, to the top part of the storm, and might Jan G, the 200, I don't know what currency that is, SEK. Thank you so much for that. That seems like a lot, so I really appreciate that. Looking at the IR, the eye is not visible at the moment. Do we still talk about the eye wall? Great question. Let me pull up a different view of satellite here. I'll keep that traffic cam there. So we'll take a couple different looks at satellite. So yeah, the eye is currently not visible. There's not really an eye yet with this. We're waiting to kind of see if the eye is going to reform. It could potentially be in an eye wall replacement cycle right now. Let me take a look at the true color as well, because that's just another more classical look at this thing. You can see it's like trying to kind of clear out an eye wall. It's still kind of struggling. I don't know if it's going to have enough time before landfall to completely clear that out. If it does completely clear that out, I think that's going to be further intensification. However, it still is a Cat 4. Not for sure when our next update is from National Hurricane Center. Okay, so we had an update at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So we've had an update for about an hour. So wind speeds, the max sustained wind speeds have fallen yet again. And I think that's still Category 4. I should know the wind speeds. I'm more familiar with tornado stuff. But the minimum pressure is up to 935. So that's way up from the last 2 days when it was below 900 millibars. So it is weakening, and it's on kind of a weakening trend, which that was kind of forecasted. It was pretty much forecast. Looking over here at Radar Omega, and I'm actually going to turn on the cone of uncertainty as well. Tropical weather cone. So you can see that 4 right there. I know it may be a little bit difficult to see, but it's forecast to make landfall as a Cat 4. So it has weakened. I know at one point it was forecast as a Cat 3, so that's a little bit different from that update, but it's forecasted to remain a Cat 4 and still be a Cat 4 upon landfall, even if it does weaken to a Cat 3. I've been trying to reiterate this since yesterday, really. It's not going to really matter. Since it was a Cat 5, it has ingested so much water from the ocean in that very compact eye wall at one point in time. But now, since it is pretty close to the coast of Florida over here, near Tampa, near Cape Coral, Northport, Fort Myers, even if it weakens, it's just going to spread out the storm, so that all that it's just going to make the storm bigger, which has already been happening. So that's just going to mean so much more flooding, so much more storm surge to potentially go even further than what was originally, like if that storm was to stay super compact and tight. Yeah, that camera, let me get that. Unfortunately, I have to manually work on that. Let me get that camera feed trying to work again. I apologize. I know that hasn't been working for like quite some time. Trying my best here. Unfortunately, my kind of producer, he's not available to be able to kind of help me out, but we'll try our best here. Also, some of the feeds in some areas are just struggling to load. Right now it's a little bit difficult to tell exactly where it's trending, because it looks like it's kind of trending right along that line right now. That could change. Once again, we're to the point where I don't think I think Tampa's still going to have impacts. There's still probably going to be some onshore flow that goes up that way. But thankfully, it looks like Tampa is going to avoid the brunt of it, since that eye wall has kind of trended south. I don't think there's a whole lot of time left for that really to trend very much north. It could still trend just a little bit north or a little bit south. So I mean, that is some good news for Tampa, but however, that just means more devastating news for Sarasota, Bradenton, Inglewood, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, which that is unfortunately just the name of the game. Sometimes some areas get lucky while others do not. Leesburg. It's again, sorry guys, I'm trying my best to keep up with the chats and areas. I'm not purposely trying to ignore anybody. There's just a lot going on. Wesley Chapel, you're a little bit north. Over that way, you're probably going to have more of the offshore flow. So hopefully storm surge in that area won't be as bad, but you're still probably going to have winds gusting over 100 miles per hour for that area near Tampa. Leesburg. And Leesburg, you're mainly just going to have some damaging winds, maybe a little bit of flooding, but storm surge and some of the worst impacts, since you're basically in the middle, they shouldn't be as bad over that way. Uh-oh, my YouTube chat just, what happened? My YouTube chat just crashed. Okay, we're back up. We're back up. That was weird. That was weird. Still waiting on the snacks. I'm sorry. I ate all my snacks. They're all gone. I don't have any more. It's an empty bag besides like a little bit of crumbs left. I'm sorry. Deltona. Should definitely be keeping an eye on. It really just depends on if those bands are going to make it way up that way or not. But I would definitely just be paying close attention to those tornado warnings. Because more so these ones over here, if some of these outer bands kind of fill in or these ones continue to the north, they could kind of circle up that way. Yeah, let's pull up that camera real fast that we're watching. Maybe. as it's gonna shoot. Hold on. I think this was, let's just do this one. Okay, I probably just messed up some of this stuff, but that's all right. The cone, that's just basically, I mean, it's the cone of uncertainty, impacts basically from the eye and whatnot. Also, if I'm unable to get to you, please try not to spam too much. So the Brandon Valrico area, sorry if I mispronounced that, but just east of Tampa, definitely gonna have some gusty winds, maybe a little bit of storm surge. Once again, it's really just going to depend on where exactly this eye goes. If this eye goes further north and still heads up further north of Tampa, that's just going to mean worse impacts for Tampa. Jacksonville, you should be all right. You're pretty far north out of the cone and everything. It just may get some gusty winds at times and some soaking rainfall. I believe it's still a Cat 4. Let me double check. Also, do you guys want to see updates from two of my buddies that are down there? Since I unfortunately couldn't make it, but we'll be working with two of my buddies. Okay, so it is still Category 4. Still Category 4 hurricane. The latest update, 145. Category 4 hurricanes is winds 130 to 156 miles per hour. So it is still a Category 4 hurricane. Thank you so much for the $20, Cyberdude. Snack and break replacement appreciation fund. Thank you so much. Okay, let me pull up an update from a couple of my buddies that we're going to be using their live streams for later. Okay, so I suggest you guys to go follow my buddies on Facebook as well. They will be down there. They should have some live streams up. First one, we're going to check in from my buddy Noah. He's down in Sarasota. Let me get this pulled up for you guys. All right, perfect.
Hey guys, NC Storm Chaser here. We are in Sarasota, Florida right now. We are just over at Sarasota Bayfront right now. You can see all the boats tied up behind me here. Don't have any surge coming up yet. In fact, I can see the water line sticking up above the water on these pilings on the docks over here. So I can see barnacles above the water, and that's because we have this offshore flow right now. So right now the winds are pushing offshore, and they're pushing the water out. But as this storm keeps moving north, these winds are going to shift, and we're going to start getting winds pushing water in. I'm hanging out here in Sarasota for a while. I was hoping to get over to Lebo Key and check out that parking garage over there. Unfortunately, they have that all closed off. Can't get over to Lebo Key right now. But these last-minute wobbles in the eye are what I'm going to be watching for. That's going to really determine where it gets the worst surge out of this thing. A little to the north, a little to the south, that makes a very big difference. So I'm going to wait here in Sarasota and see where these last-minute wobbles take it, and see where I need to adjust to. As you can see, we're already getting some good tropical storm gusts here, maybe 45, 50 miles an hour at max is probably about what I've seen. But there is an ongoing tornado threat right now, too, with these outer bands. You get some fairly strong tornadoes, especially out over the Everglades right now. So if you are getting these tornado warnings, you do need to make sure that you are heeding that. This is, this is just the beginning of this storm. It's about to get a lot worse.
All right, so that is from my buddy Noah, Storm Chaser Noah Juno. I'll share a link to his Facebook page And then we also have an update from my buddy Freddie Bryant, who is down there as well. Let me get that pulled up and show you guys that. Video update from him a little bit ago. Nothing too concerning down in Sarasota where he's at either. Let me get this pulled up for you guys, and then we'll get back into this. This is my buddy Freddie Bryant. One of the mods can drop a link to his page as well. Thank you, Dylan. As you can see, when he sent me this video, not too much gusty winds yet, just a little bit, and a little bit of rainfall. And we did have a couple more tornado warnings pop up. So now we've got quite a bit of tornado warnings. I know somebody was asking about Winter Haven. Winter Haven, you're basically in a tornado warning right now. Basically in a tornado warning right now. Let me check on the rotation for that. And actually, let me turn off the cone of uncertainty. Don't really need that right now. So yeah, that's some pretty strong rotation right there, just to the southeast of Winter Haven. You guys are basically in that tornado warning. That's kind of heading through the north. And it is a radar indicated as of right now. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It's located near Lake Wales, moving northwest at 25 miles per hour. So if you do live in Winter Haven, I'd be getting ready to take your shelter. There's just so many tornado warnings ongoing right now. This is an observed tornado warning, this one that just popped up. And now we have another tornado warning near Port St. Lucie. That one's radar indicated. Good Lord, that is a lot of tornado warnings right now. Thank you so much to the mods that are handling questions that I did not get to. Yeah, Todd, no, he spells it Noah. I would definitely be concerned about the strength of tornadoes. Barrow produced some pretty significant, strong tornadoes. There's been some very, very large and tornadoes earlier today. Still probably some large ongoing tornadoes today as well. Let me see if my buddy Freddie can go live for us and stuff. Alright, I just messaged him. Hopefully we can get an update from him. Let me try to get some of these traffic cams working again. So this one is near the Tampa area. Okay. There's a lot going on. I'm trying my best to keep up with everything. Why is YouTube being so wonky? I don't know. I don't know. YouTube does YouTube wonky things. So again, I really appreciate everybody joining in. So this is a cam that we have pulled up near Gandy. Near Tampa. So as you can see, if I go back to radar here, Tampa's getting some pretty good rainfall right now, so there could be some localized flooding in that area. Weston. What about Weston? Again, I really appreciate everybody that's joined today, came over from Evan's channel, and especially to those that have sent donations. Really appreciate it. They go a long ways in helping out me be out on the road and provide upgrades, stream upgrades and stuff when I'm actually out chasing. I really wish I could be for this event, be on the ground providing live coverage like I typically would. So I apologize I'm not. Once again, I got to do some vehicle maintenance and everything. But yeah, really enjoy all you guys being here. But yeah, you can super chats, memberships, donation links, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. They go a long ways in helping me out. Trust me. But just being here, watching, liking the stream, it goes a long way as well. Weston. Okay, Weston, you're for right now you're all right. You may have some, just like Miami, you may have some outer bands that eventually go through and may potentially cause some tornadoes throughout the afternoon. Yeah, YouTube's probably just being hit hard, like somebody said. But I would, once again, I would much rather be on the ground, but I'm doing my best to provide updates and keep you guys informed and everything from a distance and everything. Let me, gosh, I gotta try getting, how's that one traffic cam looking? I'm like sweating, honestly. I'm trying to do so much. Plus my computer just radiates so much heat. Brianna, if you could provide town names instead of counties, because I'm not familiar with the counties, unfortunately. In Orlando, waiting, lots of people. Yeah, I'm kind of not surprised by that. Once again, there's just so many tornado warnings ongoing. Bestest babysitter ever. I appreciate that. 14 ongoing tornado warnings. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. It is just, man. Blondie and looking up, trying to send me camera links that we're able to use. That's about it. If King was around not traveling, which that's fine, I'm sure he could be doing some video production things to help out. Pembroke Pines. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not just familiar with counties. I wish I knew them right off the top of my head and where they're at and everything. Pembroke Pines, once again, just kind of depends on if outer bands kind of head up that way for any tornado threat. Thank you so much, Brittany. On Discord, the traffic cam links under the mods, please, Blondie. Once again, I really appreciate everybody being here. There's a lot going on. I am trying my best. I feel like I'm not doing that great at times, but we've got the live cam here near Tampa, one of the cams. Let me get the other one that's on the bridge pulled up. Ooh, man. Okay, let me try pulling up. So that camera's really shaking. That's on a bridge near Tampa. That camera is just sitting there shaking. Thank you for the kind words, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. Really, really means a lot to me. I'm trying my best with what I'm able to do, and trust me, I would rather be on the ground down there, but I hope you guys have found value out of this stream, and I'm sorry if I've missed any questions or anything, but once again, I just want to give a huge thank you to my team, the mods, for all the work that they do. They're not doing it just for me, they're doing it to help out all of you guys watching. It's just, again, also thank you to Evan for rating and sending the viewers over so I can babysit. That's probably going to be a meme now. Gosh, I'm just struggling for words, and whew, trying my best, guys. There's a lot going on. I am like literally sweating, but trying to keep people informed and safe is top priority, even if I'm not actively out chasing. Another tornado warning issued. But once again, guys, I would love to head down myself. Let me get the camera back on me a little bit. I would love to head down myself after the fact, depending on, you know, how bad this tornado really is depending on how bad this hurricane really is. I would love to head down myself for disaster relief. Also, one of my storm chasing buddies, Freddie Bryant, he's gonna stay down in the area for about 2 days after the fact, check out damage and everything. We're probably gonna work with him a little bit if he needs help getting supplies or donations to get supplies and whatnot. We're probably gonna work with him, since I am, you know, obviously multiple states and couldn't chase this. But I would love to head down and do disaster relief after the fact, even for Helene efforts too, because people are going to be suffering from Hurricane Helene for quite some time. I would love to help out and get supplies and stuff myself and head down. I unfortunately just don't have the funds. My team and I are still looking into options. We might just try to raise donations for certain organizations and whatnot. Probably some smaller donations or smaller organizations so we can help out organizations and whatnot that may not be as well known and everything. But unfortunately, if I do head down and whatnot, or even if we try to raise donations, I'm going to need your guys' help. This is going to have to be, unfortunately, but fortunately, viewer supported. But trust me, I would love to go down and provide help and everything. Because there's unfortunately going to be people suffering for a long time coming from Helene. All right, Freddie is available. He is in Sarasota. My friend Freddie Bryant, he is available. I'm gonna get him hooked up, and we're gonna get an update from him. All right, so give me just a minute. Why did my YouTube crash again? Give me just a couple minutes. We're gonna get an update from him. But yes, there is tons of tornado warnings ongoing. This one near Winter Haven is radar indicated for the moment. A bunch of these are just radar indicated. That one's observed, though. Some of these are observed tornado warnings. Whew. Okay, thank you, Blondie. Let me get Freddie here pulled up. Let me get this working. Hey, what's up, man?
Yo.
What's up?
Not much, man. Just doing hurricane coverage.
Sure. Give me just a couple minutes here to get you your video in here. I gotta try figuring this out here. One sec.
Okay. I probably only have very brief because I got Connor's kind of ready to go, but he said go ahead and do it.
All right, that's fine. I'm trying as quick as I can.
Yeah, do your thing. We'll make it work. If I got to be in the car and talk while we do it, we can still do it. Give a quick update on what I've seen and stuff for you.
Okay, I've got it set up where it'll work for the meantime. It's not how I had it yesterday, but ladies and gentlemen, this is Freddie Bryant. He is down there, and I will let Freddie give an update, kind of where you're at, what you've been seeing, what your plans for the rest of the afternoon.
I'm currently in Sarasota, Florida. And right now we're just documenting, the little bit of wind and rain we see. It's definitely been a bit gusty. Nothing too major yet. We still see people on the roads here and there. There's still a lot of locals around in the hotels and stuff. But really, it's just been a really rainy, wet, windy morning so far. There's not been any tornado warnings in this area, but I'm sure, as everyone knows, there's been a couple tornadoes today. And if you look at the radar, maps right now, there's tornado warnings all over the place. So, but I think we may miss the brunt of it. It's pretty dry where we're at right now. It's not much precipitation coming, it looks like, in our area no more. It looks like the outer band pushed more inland from us. So it's still the calm before the storm, I would say.
Yeah, you've got a few tornado warnings, not too terribly far to your east near Arcadia. But yeah, looking on radar right now, you're kind of in the lull period with some of those rain bands. What's your thoughts for the rest of today? Like, where you planning on setting up? What's your thoughts on the hurricane, stuff like that, as it gets closer to landfall?
I still expect it to be a Category 3 at least upon landfall. And our plan is to stick here and stay here in Sarasota for the time being, and just wait to see how this develops throughout the day. And then we're going to make our move after that. We're kind of hoping that we don't have to move too far. Gas, I was totally wrong on the gas. My gas prediction yesterday, there is no gas anywhere in this area to be found. So that's an issue with us right now. So we're kind of staying put to conserve fuel. That's why we're not chasing any tornadoes. And then once the hurricane makes landfall, we plan on chasing it across the state until we get to the other side of Florida, eastern coast on the Atlantic Ocean. So we're going to be up all night long. A very busy day ahead of us, that's for sure. And we've been up early already, documenting what's going on here. So
yeah, for sure. Any other thoughts and whatnot that you want to add? Sorry, I'm trying to do some video production.
Oh, you're fine. I've noticed, I'll show you guys over here, there's been a lot of flooding from the rain in low-lying areas. The ground is extremely saturated and soft already, and there's already a little bit of flooding, like I said, in the low-lying areas and roadways and just in people's yards and all the whole 9 yards. So as you can see here, we got a nice amount of water flowing down this road. It's actually probably about a foot deep at its deepest. So that's another thing that I'm already noticing. Probably the biggest hazard right now, I would say, for this area is, and it's not a lot of flooding, it's very minimal, but hydroplaning, I would say, is definitely these roadways out here. And this area was affected by Helene down there. I'll zoom in. If my camera will let me, my screen's wet, it won't, but there's a lot of trash lined up on the roads and debris from this area being impacted by Helene just 2 weeks ago today. So they've gotten, they haven't had very good weather here the last 2 weeks in Florida, unfortunately.
Yeah, for many areas. I'm glad you kind of mentioned that leftover damage and whatnot from Helene, because I was going to ask you how much you saw last night or even today with you just driving around. Real fast, my viewers watching, you guys watching, if you guys have any questions for my good friend Freddie Bryant, he is down in Sarasota in Florida right now. He's going to be chasing Hurricane Milton. Please feel free to leave questions for him in chat, and I will make sure to ask him while we have him for just a few moments. So please get your questions in for him, and he will be more than happy to answer those questions best he can. Please feel free to go check out his Facebook page as well for further updates.
Yep, and I'll be updating the page throughout the day. I've been in a little bit of a lull this morning. A lot of family has been concerned with me being down here with this hurricane, so I've been kind of not posting as much as I would have liked this morning, trying to comfort them and, in any way I can, which is almost impossible to do. So, and I don't blame them for being, worried for me.
Yeah, for sure. So
but
somebody asked, does he have shelter for when it hits? So, yeah, where are you planning on riding it out exactly in the Sarasota area and whatnot?
In the car for the most part, and then just in, we don't really have a shelter like normal. We don't have a structure or a base. We have a hotel that if it does make landfall in Sarasota, that will probably stick around that. But that's the extent that we have for that plan right now. We're kind of just going with the flow.
Yeah. where your hotel's at, do you know how far above sea level and stuff that is?
Yeah, it said it was 42 feet above sea level, give or take 12 feet, plus or minus 12 feet. So I would say between 30 and 40 feet high. I mean,
Okay,
it's not
sweet.
in storm surge area. It's above the area that's supposed to be affected by storm surge, even though we're like a quarter mile from the ocean. So,
Yeah,
so
obviously,
that I can
obviously,
speak for
guys,
the
he won't be most likely riding out where he's at now. Looks like you're in some sort of bay spot or something along the lines of that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go here, and we're gonna take care of some other business and look for other stuff to document and kind of game plan.
Yeah, for
Some
sure.
more.
I'm not sure how much longer I'll be live, but if I am still live here after a bit and you want to come on and give another update, we'll try to get some questions lined up for you or something. But yeah, if you want to wave bye to people or whatever, and everybody say thank you for having Freddie on here providing updates for us.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler, man. You rock. You guys be safe out there, and just make sure you pay attention to all the weather warnings and watches, especially if you're in the area, and make sure if you have family here that they are up to date on what's going on here. Send them Tyler's page to stay up to date because Tyler's on top of his game. So, but I'm gonna let you all go, and I appreciate it, Tyler, and you all have a good one.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We'll be checking in throughout the day.
Yep, I'll check in soon here when we stop again and go live when we pull over to do some other stuff.
All right, sounds good, man. Stay safe out there. Right. Good luck. Hope to see some crazy stuff, but with you staying safe.
Take it easy, guys, and I love you, Tyler.
I love you too, man. All right, see ya. Brotherly love. All right, thank you so much, Freddie, for doing that. Once again, Freddie Bryant. We have links to his page. Let me drop that again real fast. Please feel free to ask questions for in the future. We'll be bringing him back on occasionally. He'll be live later today, later tonight, checking that out. Yeah, that's my beach cam, apparently. Sorry these cameras are still not... They keep freezing on me. I'll have to see if King can try to take a look at that later. Maybe. I don't know if we're going to have much time. The alarm that keeps going off is new tornado warnings getting issued. Real fast, guys, I need to go refill my water, go to the restroom, take a little breather real fast. But please feel free to get questions in. I'll try to have my mods take care of those. Those can be questions for me. Those can be questions for Freddie down the road. We'll be checking in with him throughout the day, throughout the evening for tonight's stream, later today's stream, which I'm still not sure what time I'll be going live exactly. I do have the stream later scheduled for 4 p.m., but I thought I was going to get more of a rest as we get more tornado warnings popped up. But I will be right back momentarily, top off my water, go to the restroom. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Just give me a few minutes here. Okay, I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your patience. So how dangerous is this storm chasing business actually? A tornado is one thing, but what are you going to do about 10 plus feet storm surge? So yeah, I chase pretty much everything. I've chased hurricanes. Obviously, I've chased tornadoes and supercells. That's my favorite. I've chased winter storms and whatnot. Hurricanes are a whole different ballgame. You got to worry about how far above sea level you are. You got to worry about the storm surge zones, all of that stuff. Hurricanes are so much more stressful and difficult to figure out. Plus, you got winds, you got tornadoes with hurricanes, you got the outer bands, you got flooding, you got the rainfall, you got storm surge. Just so much of it. So it's definitely a way different ballgame, way more stressful than supercells and tornadoes. Even winter stuff can be pretty stressful, just worrying about all the other drivers. Thank you so much, Twinkle, for the super chat. But yeah, we try to get down there as early as we can to scout out locations and whatnot. Also, we're starting to get more of a view of the eye on radar. It looks like it's going just a little bit north of that track, potentially north of that National Hurricane Center track. I am reaching out to my oh shoot, hold on, I need to change too much stuff to change. Where is that lower text box headline? What did I have that at? Hurricane Milton Cat 4, I believe I had that. My bad. I reached out to my buddy Noah to see if he is available to go or do a quick video chat with us to get an update from him. I'm waiting for a response from my buddy Noah. He is on the ground also in Sarasota. We'll be working with him later today as well. You're certainly welcome, Luggy, I hope is how you pronounce it. Certainly doing our best. So again, I am like, there's a lot going on. I'm trying my best. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Really appreciate Hurricane Milton Cat 4. Okay, thank you. Some of the stuff I gotta change like on the fly. Don't really need that anymore. Sorry, those webcams just continuously are sitting there doing nothing. Try to get those back up so we can have a view of those. I will need to get off here shortly because I need to get rested up and whatnot before before our coverage later today, later this evening, afternoon, whatever. Is there any on this? Okay, let's see how long those cameras last. What's the top line? The northern cone. Honestly, it's a little weird why there's those two top lines. I'm not exactly for sure what that is. One of those has to be... Okay, so that was at the last update from 1 p.m. is what that one is. And that one... Well, that's also forecast time, 1 p.m. Interesting. But yeah, that siren is new tornado warnings getting issued every time that goes off. Thanks for being here, Mark, as well as everybody else. Again, thank you to everybody joining, coming over from Evan and stuff. Thank you to everybody who's sent donations or joined memberships. Really, really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. So again, I really wish I could be on the ground for this instead of doing coverage like this, but trying my best to keep you guys informed, even if you don't happen to live in the area. Maybe you have friends, family, or whatever in the case. Hopefully, if they live right along the coastline, anywhere from Tampa on downwards toward Cape Coral or Fort Myers, hopefully they evacuated or at least got a little bit inland out of the storm surge area. But yeah, lots of tornado warnings ongoing right now. There's a few that are observed over here near Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie itself has a confirmed tornado warning located near Tradition or near Port St. Lucie, moving north at 25 miles per hour. This one's observed as well. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Lakeport, moving north at 45 miles per hour. That's a pretty quick moving tornado right there. Quick moving storm, 45 miles per hour. That one's radar indicated, radar indicated. We might be able to pull up some traffic cams from this area because there is traffic cams along I-75. St. Lucie. So this one's near St. Lucie, Port St. Lucie. Obviously, it is completely rain wrapped for this storm. Evan is back live. Okay, sweet. I probably will here shortly. I'll probably give it like another 10 more minutes so I can take a break. Really appreciate all of Evan's viewers coming over. Thank you again, Evan, for doing that. We'll probably go raid him here shortly if I can figure out how to raid. I've never done it, but I appreciate you guys still being here. And I hope to see you guys later on my coverage tonight. But we'll be live just a little bit longer while we got that planned. I'm going to see if I can find some cameras down towards I-75 where that tornado warning is still ongoing. So there's plenty of cameras down that way. Some of these cameras just don't point the right way per se. Really need wagon wheel. Cameras pointing the right way. Okay, this camera's pretty shaky. Oops. Now if I can find this on the other camera. Alright, 1 second. Let me try to find this camera. Miles City. Okay, I did find this camera. It's pretty shaky. Fortunately, we don't really have a great look. It's kind of being cut off at the top, but some winds are probably shaking this camera. Whew. Thank you guys for all the kind words and support too. It really means a lot to me. I was getting some haters earlier today in the stream that I almost just ended the stream because it's just pissing me off. Like, I'm trying my best to, you know, provide updates for everybody and keep people informed and safe. Okay, under redirect, click add, choose a premiere, or search for another channel's live stream to redirect to. Interesting. I wonder when exactly they added that, because I know for a while it was just a Twitch thing. Taking a little minute to breathe here. Good Lord. Here's another view, just a bunch of rain. The sky, I want to stay alive as long as I can, but I need to take a little breather and stuff. I'm still fighting a headache, but I need to take a breather, take a rest, get prepared for later this afternoon stream. I'm probably going to have to push the stream start time back a little bit, honestly. But I've been live for 2.5 hours, basically. I was not, kind of not expecting to be live that long today, but just want to keep people informed of what's going on, give updates and stuff. I do need to probably give another update on the hurricane itself. I don't know when we have another. I forgot how to. God. Stressful event. Trying to set all this up and do all this. Wouldn't have it any other way though, besides being out on the ground and whatnot. Would you mind just showing the map more? Are you talking about radar? Like what's in the bottom right? But yeah, I'll probably be live like well into the early morning hours. Once again, I'm still trying to figure out Hurricane Milton relief efforts. I would love to go down myself. That way I know exactly what the money is being used for and all that. But I'm just going to need a lot of help doing that if I was to do that. I also need to try... If I was to do that, try coordinating with local officials and whatnot. My team and I are still looking at it and everything. I can switch back over to radar for you guys, though. Starting to see much more of that eye wall on radar. You can really see that eastern eye wall fill in. But there, all the red is tornado warnings, so lots of tornado warnings. So again, please feel free to ask questions. I'll try my best to get to them. Also, please feel free to ask questions for my buddy Freddie or my buddy Noah. Whenever we get them again, if we have direct access to them and stuff, can try to ask them questions, get their thoughts and everything. Freddie is live on Live Storm Chasers. Let me go ahead and grab that. Pull him back up. Thank you, Kevin, for that. Okay, let me try to get Freddie pulled back up here. Give me 1 second.
We have to worry about flood. Not just this one. And we'll everyone around us.
We'll go ahead and take a listen to him for just a few minutes. But he's live on Live Storm Chasers.
Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not yet. So I want to see anyone who hasn't hit the like button yet, can you please go ahead and do us a favor and hit that like button. Also, at the same time, go on ahead and give us a share. That's greatly appreciated. We love it. We appreciate it. And your likes and shares don't go unnoticed. We'll definitely. Looks like it's getting a little bit choppier out there on the water in between the barrier island. Oh, wow, that fish is fighting something.
Fish is fighting.
Yeah, there's a lot of fish action in this little inlet that I'm at. Fish jumping everywhere. It looks like snow. Kelly said this guy is really good. Are you talking about me, Kelly? Do I sound good enough on camera? Sometimes I always wonder if I yell or if I talk too quiet. stumble over my words too much. Thank you for the share, Owen.
All right, there's a look
the
at Freddie. We're
hurricane
gonna
is
go ahead
still
and
hundreds of miles away before making landfall, so it's gonna be fairly calm. But keep in mind the outer bands of this hurricane
actually
has pushed inland,
he's giving a good
so
update
it's a little
right
bit
now.
more calmer than it was earlier this morning. This morning we definitely had some gusts, some decent gusts, where I went outside just to record them because I was like, that's pretty interesting and strong.
Okay, we'll go ahead and just mute him now. We'll have his feed up, in the bottom right there. We'll have his feed up. This is Freddie Bryant. Yeah, my YouTube's been hasn't done it a little bit, but mine's been a little weird as well. But we got Freddie Bryant up in the lower right hand corner. He is live on the Live Storm Chasers platform. I shared a link to that if you guys want to go directly view that feed, directly support him. Sorry, excuse me. Once again, feel free to ask questions, guys. And let me give a update on the hurricane. So it is still Cat 4. Got satellite pulled up over here. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Got this view of satellite pulled up over here. As you can see, it is very quickly approaching the Florida coastline. We're still about 12 hours out from landfall, though, official landfall. Once again, official landfall, I mean, basically, it's landfalling right now because you got all the outer bands and whatnot. But official landfall is when half of the eye wall comes onto shore. That is when you have landfall, official landfall. Yeah, multiple tornado warnings. There's probably some on the ground. Thank you for that, Howard. I apologize for probably not covering the tornado warnings as best as I can, but hopefully if you live in those areas or know anybody that lives in those areas, that they have multiple ways to receive warnings, that they're aware of the tornado warnings, that they know what to do, get to the lowest place possible as long as there's no flooding, away from windows, walls, all of that stuff. Hopefully everybody's staying safe in the tornado warnings area. I'm sorry I'm not covering it as great as I should. There's just so much going on, so many tornado warnings and everything. But yeah, here's this satellite view of Hurricane Milton, still a Category 4, still forecast to make landfall as a Cat 4. However, after making landfall, it's going to very, very quickly weaken down to like a Cat 1. But storm surge is still going to be very, very deadly, very devastating, very catastrophic. 10 to 15 feet of storm surge in some areas. Keep in mind, some of these areas are still recovering from Hurricane Helene. We got an update from Freddie a little bit ago. He tried showing best he could, but there was still some damage left over on sidewalks and whatnot from Hurricane Helene. I know near Tampa, I think near Fort Myers actually as well. Even though Helene didn't make landfall clear down this area, the outer bands from Helene, when it was coming, just due to the hurricane's track, the hurricane, if you can see my mouse, that hurricane went up that way, but there was outer bands out this way. There's sand erosion, beach erosion, damage, debris left over that's going to be getting impacted by Hurricane Milton, unfortunately. Let's go back over here to the National Hurricane Center, see if there's anything up to date. So 2 p.m. Still weakening. The pressure's rising, and actually this thing is already weakening. See if I can pull up the. Let me close out my Radar Omega real fast just to see if hopefully we're good on updates and whatnot. For the cone. Okay, so it's still up to date. It's still forecast to be a Category 4, but however, it's right at the threshold for right now. It's right at the threshold for Category 4. If it was 1 mile per hour lower, it would be a Category 3. But max sustained wind speeds as of right now is 130 miles per hour. Pressure is up to 944. I believe pressure was 930 last time we looked, about an hour ago. So pressure is pretty high up. That means it's weakening. The maximum sustained wind speeds is down to 130. Beforehand, I think it was 145 an hour ago. It's moving north-northeast at 16 miles per hour. But there's still certainly some stronger wind gusts at time. But it's weakening because it was trying to undergo eye wall replacement cycle. It still is. You can kind of... the big burst of convection on that western side, kind of. But it could still strengthen if that eye is able to redevelop and get much more of an eye developed. It's so close, but it's still so far away. Track. So this is valid. This is where it's supposed to be at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. It's supposed to be here with maximum wind of 125 miles per hour. So that would be a major category 3. That'd be under the threshold for category 4, but with wind gust of 155 miles per hour. And that is October 10th. So thankfully, I mean, once it makes landfall, it's going to be really quick moving. This is 10 a.m. on, what is today? Today is Wednesday. This is 10 a.m. tomorrow. The center basically is projected to be over here, over towards Palm Bay. So pretty quick moving, which is good. It doesn't mean it's going to stall, or that means it's not going to stall out and produce even more flooding and whatnot. So it's going to be really quick moving. Hello, Sub. Great to see you again, my friend. But yeah, here's a look at peak surge. Looks like the number's gone down just a little bit. Beforehand, it was 10 to 15 feet. Now it's 9 to 13 feet. So, I mean, it hasn't gone down by much. It's still going to be pretty devastating for some areas. But main story right now is all these tornado warnings. There's so many tornado warnings ongoing right now. Let's go check in on Freddy's stream. Let's see what he's seeing. Oops. Sorry, I did not do that right. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Why did it not? Hold on. Why is it not doing that? There we go. Okay. And let's take a listen.
Let's get a volley of hearts going on over here, too. I want to see a bunch of hearts on the right side of the screen from you guys. All right, everyone, I'm going to wrap it up here in about a minute. We are ready to go on to the next location and get more B-roll footage and look at information, numbers, and see what we're dealing with. We've both been, my buddy that I'm with, both have been fairly busy over the last couple hours with just editing video, getting video, and all that. So get up to date on where everything is. And thanks to everyone who sent stars. Those help greatly. That help us stay on the road and helps with our sign submissions and all that. So we appreciate the stars, everyone.
I am muted. Gosh dang it, sorry. My bad. Second time I've done that. I'm surprised that's only the second time. Thanks for alerting me. I'm surprised that's only the second time. Anyways, this is a live camera near Fort Pierce, near Port St. Lucie as well. My bad, guys. It's been a day and it's going to be a longer evening and whatnot. Looks like that camera is frozen. There we go. Now it's playing. Okay, there we go. There we go. Whew. Yeah, Kirk did make it all the way to France. Dang it. The video's not wanting to play for me, Britt. Is it playing for you, Brittany? Can't get it to play for me. Whew. But yeah, we have, I don't even know how many tornado warnings. 13 tornado warnings.
Well, it was until you said something.
We've got 13 tornado warnings ongoing. Oh, now it's playing for me. So we got a different traffic cam near Sarasota that really looks like it is, there's a semi. Maybe. I got it. Might just take a bit. There's a semi that looks like it's hydroplaned. Looks like a fuel semi that is hydroplaned. Trying to get this video to play. But this is near Sarasota. Yes, exactly. Appalachian Angel. Thank you so much. It's not wanting to play on here. Another alarm for big tornado warning. Okay, there we go. Now we got it playing. Okay, so that's near Sarasota. Jackknifed semi hauling fuel, which is not good. Oh yeah, there is some standing water on the other side of the roadway. All those, once again, all those alarms you hear are new tornado warnings getting issued. Thank you to my team members that have been finding cameras for me today. Really appreciate you guys. And just dealing with, you know, the raid and everything. That was kind of really unexpected. Thank you again, everybody that's come over from the raid and still hanging around from Evan. We'll probably send you back to him here shortly. gonna put this camera full screen for a sec. Yeah, anybody got any jokes in the meantime? I like to do, even when I'm out chasing myself, when it's appropriate and whatnot. I like to do a lot of humor and do stupid stuff just to brighten the mood and everything, because these events can be very, 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 very stressful. So anybody got any jokes to kind of lighten up the mood? We can do that for a little bit, for a few minutes before I go ahead and wrap this up. I need some humor too. It's been a really stressful day, honestly. Been a super, super stressful day. But once again, this traffic cam is near Sarasota. Near Sarasota. That's where that traffic cam is. And that camera is just shaking. That is crazy. Holy moly. What did the teenage tornado say to his parents? Nothing. He just stormed. Me. I was gonna see if
That camera site just went down for me, so I can't search for anything anymore.
the whole entire FDOT site.
Yes, the entire FDOT site for me just went down.
Oof. So this is Hurricane Hunter recon data. They just flew in. Looks like 6 minutes ago. You can see this on Radar Omega. You can also check out some buoys and whatnot on Radar Omega as well. Yeah, you do have to have a subscription, but I highly recommend it. Not sponsored, by the way. Would love to be, but not sponsored. I really love using Radar Omega on my computer, and when I'm out chasing too. You can see buoys. There's surge cams in here as well. So that's Anna Maria, Florida. Why don't hurricanes tell jokes? Because they're always below the punchline. Oh, that's good too. That's good. Thank you for the jokes. Oof, 502 bad gateway. That is not good. That is good, guys. That is good. Actually, I better check and see if it went down for me as well. It seems very, very slow loading for me. Oh. Probably will go ahead and wrap this up now, though. I need to take as long of a break and stuff that I can. Probably go grab some energy drinks for tonight's stream or this afternoon's streams. But here is the link to my next stream for the actual landfall. Oh, now the site wants to load. We'll be live here in a few hours. Right now it's scheduled for 4 p.m., but I might push that back just a little bit to like 5 or so, maybe 6. Hopefully I can get a hold of Noah, my buddy Noah, get an idea of what his plans are, and then once again we'll be sharing we'll be showing Freddie's stream later today as well. He's down in the Sarasota area, both him and Noah, or at least last I knew of Noah, he was down in the Sarasota area as well. But we're approaching landfall. We still have quite a ways out from landfall, but as you can see, it's getting much, much closer to the area. Right now, that center looks like it's just north of the track. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see if it goes a little bit further north than right now, the forecasted track, or if that eventually wobbles back south. But we're getting to the time where you really got to pay attention to the wobbles, just to see exactly where this may go. It's getting to that point where it's going to wobble and wiggle back and forth quite a ways. There's a joke specifically for me. What did the one tornado say to the other? Let's twist again and play catch with Tyler. He's getting ready to chase us. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, thank you everybody that came over from Evans and stuck around for as long as you did. Really appreciate you having. I haven't covered these tornado warnings very, very well, and I'm sorry. There's just been so much going on, so much information to try to relay between the hurricane itself and then these outer bands. But once again, there is still many tornado warnings ongoing. We've got 10 tornado warnings active. Real quick, we have a bunch of radar indicated. Let's see, 1, potentially 2, 3 observed out of 10 right now, it looks like. But yeah, I'll be live here in a couple hours. I hope to see you guys then. Dropped a link for that stream. Make sure to go give that a like. Turn on the notification for that so you get notified when I go live for that stream. Really appreciate everybody being here. This has been extremely stressful, and I know this evening is going to be even more stressful, but I'm trying my best, even though I can't chase the hurricane, to provide these updates, provide this coverage. It's better than me just sitting here watching it myself, because I would be doing this stuff anyways, basically, even if I wasn't streaming. So I might as well just stream, give you guys the added benefit, keep people informed, and then once again, trying to look into disaster relief efforts to head down after the fact. Kind of just depends on how bad it is. So again, I will be coordinating with my buddy Freddie, who is down there. He plans to stay about 2 days after the fact, just to see if there's any way we can help him out if he needs to get supplies and whatnot. And then I want to head down myself, but unfortunately it's going to be I'm going to need a lot of help from you guys if I do head down. It's going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it to help provide supplies, diapers, water, food, whatever the case may be for these people that are going to be impacted by this, and then also hopefully help out with some Hurricane Helene relief efforts. So probably a lot of the donations today and in the future, the next stream and whatnot, a lot of the donations, super chats and all that are probably going to go into potentially getting me down for Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene relief efforts. And of course, if I do that, I will be showing receipts and everything. Be transparent as possible so you guys know exactly what all that money is going towards. But first, I got to get my vehicle fixed up so I can take my vehicle and not have to spend a bunch of extra money on rental and all that stuff. But if it does happen, rent a U-Haul trailer probably, and then of course buy a bunch of water, diapers, food, baby wipes, maybe some toys for kids and stuff, because I think oftentimes that kind of gets forgotten about and everything. Also just kind of depends on what officials are saying might be needed after the fact. So I definitely want to coordinate with officials down there. That way I'm not interfering with anything or getting in the way. But I'm certainly looking into trying to head down myself. But yeah, I'm going to try figuring out how to send you guys off to Evan now, because I think he's back live. Thank you guys so much for the kind words yet again. There was I shouldn't even address them, but there was a lot of haters early on in the stream that were really pissing me off, honestly. You know, they have no life. They just want to come in here and hate. What benefit are they providing for these people? What good are they trying to do? What advice? Anyways, like I said, I shouldn't address it, but it just irks my nerves. I'm trying the best I can. Trust me, I would love to be down there chasing, but just know for the next stream and stuff, if you're going to be negative, you're getting deleted right away. My mods and people that are in here actually getting benefit out of these streams and whatnot do not have time for the bullshit. My mission is to try and keep people informed that are still down there and everything. So, anyways, I just really appreciate you guys. Once again, anybody that joined memberships or donated today, greatly appreciate it. Please keep it up, and also we'll try our best to keep communicating my relief efforts. We might just have to find a certain organization to send donations to and whatnot, but I would love to go down myself. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finally wrap this one up. I'll be live here in a few hours for the actual Landfall stream. Once again, my buddy Noah and my buddy Freddie are down there chasing it. Wish I could be joining them, but it is what it is. We will have their live streams up, and we will try to make this stream later this evening as best as we can. It feels so weird being behind the screen and whatnot doing this, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys. Hope to see you guys in the stream later. If you're in those areas or know anybody in those areas, make sure they're staying tuned or being aware, weather aware. Make sure they have multiple ways to receive alerts. As you can see, all the red is tornado warnings that are still ongoing. And there's going to be many more tornado warnings throughout the evening, throughout the night, throughout the morning that pop up. So head on over to the stream for later. Give that a like. Turn on the notification for that. And start chatting over there if you want to. And we'll see you guys here later on. I got to figure out how to send you guys to Evan. How do I do that again? How do I send you guys to Evan? Somebody told me how earlier, but I don't remember. Do I have to actually end the stream first? And yet again, another tornado warning. Redirect link. But how do you do that? Manage channel settings. What is this? How do you do it again? How to raid. Actually, to raid someone on YouTube. Settings. I don't know how to do it. How do you do it? I want to go raid him, but how do I do it? Do I have to end the stream first? I am so confused. I'm trying to figure it out. I guess I'll watch a video real fast.
What's up? How's it going? I just wanted to show you guys how to redirect or do a raid well, after you do a live stream. So YouTube just created a web. Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to send a video and you want to go down to community. Sure, in all channels specify content or what redirect and either add one right here, and you'll want to scroll down and you'll see the
Okay, maybe I know how to do this. Bear with me, guys. Evan must be a pro at this because he's done it before. I don't know how to do it. YouTube Studio. Content for the stream. Live. Details. Show more. Fundraiser, customization, redirect. Okay. What is Evan's video title? Share, copy that. Okay. Save. All right, I think I got it now. I think it should redirect once I end this. I hope. I guess we'll find out. Once we end this and we raid Evan back, everybody go spam baby cows. Spam baby cow. Spam the crap out of baby cows. Tell him Tyler says baby cows. Just anything with baby cows. Anything with baby cows. Anything with baby cows. All right, you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go over there too and spam it here in just a second. But yeah, anyways, anybody in the path, be safe. Hope to see you on the stream later. All right, let's go spam baby cows to Evan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much love. We'll see you here in a couple hours.
I'm really enjoying the retirement.